So here I got several different types of plants and a few different pieces of driftwood and rock that I want to attach the plants to, and I'm going to show several different techniques on how you can do that. And it's a lot easier to do this, before you have your tank set up. However, sometimes you may run into a situation like I got over here where I got a 75-gallon tank. Not finished with it, but let's say this was your tank and you were finished with it. It's heavily stocked. It's, got a lot of plants in it. You don't want to disturb anything. But you want to plant some stuff at the bottom, attach it right to these pieces of driftwood. I'll show a real simple trick on how you can do that without draining the tank. But first I want to take care of this stuff here. I got 3 different plants that we're going to be working with. This is Java fern right here, and this is Anubis, and these are both rhizome plants. And what I mean by that is this is the rhizome right here, this green stem right here, this thicker piece that the leaves grow out of, as well as the roots. You don't want to bury the rhizome. If you bury it, it will rot. The plant will die. The roots on these are basically just used for anchoring. The plant itself gets most of its nutrients primarily from the water column through the leaves. So you do not want to bury this part of this. This is the rhizome. It's the same with the Anubis. So one way of attaching this to rock or driftwood. Here I got a piece of lava rock. You can just set that right on top of it and take some thread. I got some cotton thread here, and you just wrap it around it and tie it. I like cotton thread because it will break down and disintegrate right in the tank. I don't really like using fishing string. I've heard stories where people use fishing string and then over time, maybe the plant starts growing differently, a piece of it rots or dies, and there's a gap in there, and then the fish some fish will swim into that, and they can get stuck, they can get hurt and injured. So I like the cotton thread. So that's one way of doing it. And I'm gonna actually attach this piece to a piece of driftwood right now, just to show you. All I'm gonna do, take this larger piece, just gonna set it on there like so. Get some thread. Just start wrapping it around. And then tie it off. And I cut the excess off. Then you can just stick that right in your tank. You're good to go. Like I said, you don't bury it though. You could bury some of the wood, but you don't want this rhizome buried. The wood will hold it down. It's going to eventually encompass the entire piece there. Be a real nice piece. And another way, again, you don't want to bury the rhizome, but right here I just got some rocks here, and I am actually going to just kind of wedge that in there and just set the other rocks right on top of it to hold it in place. And then you can just leave it there, and it's going to grow into those rocks, lock everything together, and you're all good to go. That's a real simple way right there as well. And while we're wedging it into place, here I got a piece of dragonstone. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find a nice little crevice. And you can actually just wedge it in there, like so. And there you go, you get another piece. And over time they'll get bigger, they'll fill out. And while I'm doing this, I'm just going to give everything a quick spray. I want them to stay moist. So let's see, what's another way we can do this? A rubber band. So here's another piece of the dragonstone. And what you can do, let's see, I got a larger piece down here. I'm just going to take this. I want to show you this too, like the roots. These roots, like I said, they're just to anchor it. So if you got a nice piece like this and you want it to sit on top of the substrate and you got a nice amount of root like this, you can bury the root and that would be the anchor. And eventually it will grow more roots and it will anchor itself even better. But what I'm going to do is use a rubber band. And that's it. I will keep this in the tank for a while until the roots become attached. Like so. And I would just set this right in the tank and just let it become attached. And eventually, once those roots anchor in, I would just get into the tank, you know, with my scissors, cut the rubber band, pull it out, and it will stay attached and you won't see the rubber band no more. So there's another way. I have some Java moss as well. I want to get some Java moss on here, and I'm going to tie it too. But all I'm going to do is take a little bit of this moss here. You don't need much, actually. And I'm just going to put some of this moss right on this. And just take a little bit of the thread, like we did last time. And just don't need much. Just wrap it around a few times just to hold it in place. Tie it off like last time. Cut off the excess. Got some there. I want some on the other piece here. Do the same, tie it on. Here's a closer look at them. I just put me a little bit of super glue. And then just stick it onto the rock. Just hold it there for a couple seconds. And we have a plant. There we go. So all I'm going to do here, all that I'm going to do is take some more of this super glue, put it right back here on this piece of the rhizome, and very quickly get it in the tank. And that's it. It's glued in. You can stick it right in the water. You got to be quick though. So as soon as it comes into contact with the water, it starts to harden. But you put a nice little pearl on there, nice little pearl drop on there, and the center of it, you know, it's still liquidy. So you stick it in there, you make the contact, you know, you hold it there for about 5-10 seconds, whatever I just did there, and now it's in its place. That's it. You don't got to drain the tank, and you know, simple. Hope this helped. Hope you know, it was informative, gives you guys some ideas. Thanks for watching. You know, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.